And we're back to learning Inkscape in here, day 110. Let us go back once more to the bucket fill tool and we go over the remaining functions in the top menu. I've already shown you in the last video, you can use the threshold to find these edges. So right here, when you want to color the area below the graph, increase the threshold until it hits the graph, but you can also use grow and shrink. And what that does is it basically uses the threshold to find the edges, and then onwards it grows the area, for example here with 1 or 2 millimeters, and at a certain size this will paint over the graph and the axis below. When you use minus as a value, it's going to shrink it. So if you need a little bit of separation between right here, the area that's given, and the area that you want to paint, then go to a minus value. Then we press Ctrl Z again. But if you just want to have a clean connection between the area and your graph, just use the threshold and keep the grow and shrink to 0. Here in this case, 50 was not enough. Let me go to 100, try again, and now it's very clean on all edges. And you don't paint over your graph or the axis. So that's usually what you need. But if you want to grow and shrink these areas, you can do it right there. You can also close gaps. So when there are gaps in the area isn't fully closed, but be careful. From my experience, it's a little bit unreliable. Usually try to find a way to close your gaps. And then right here, fill by. This offers a couple of other options, but for 99% of the case, you just need visible colors. This is the default, and it simply means that the bucket tool, it looks at the rendered image. So what is actually there, what you can't see. This includes the fill, the stroke, gradients, clones, filters. As I've said, that's mostly what you need, but you can also select the specific color channel, red, green, and blue, which is useful, for example, for technical illustrations, maybe image tracing, stuff like that. The hue fills the regions based on similar hues. That's useful when you, for example, have saturation and brightness changes, but the color family, it stays the same in whatever you've got there to be recolored. You can directly use the saturation. That comes in handy, especially I think for gray regions. So you can separate these colorful gray areas using this option. Lightness or also luminance in this case, that's helpful when you're tracing black and white artwork. And then alpha, this once again the transparency, the alpha channel. That's useful when you work with transparent PNGs. Once again, in 99% of cases, use visible colors, keep the gaps to 0, then try to find a way to close your gaps if they aren't closed already. Keep the shrink and grow to 0, and then only play around with the threshold to color your areas. And these are the parameters of the bucket fill tool in Inkscape. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.